Back to this video series. My name is James, and in this video we're really starting to get into the nitty-gritty of Radio.co. We're going to look at how to build playlists. So first of all, I'm going to head on to playlists on the left-hand side navigation menu. As you can see, we already have a playlist set up, which is called default, and the green tick here is highlighted, which means this is the default playlist. It's very important, first of all, to realize what this is. So we're going to talk about the scheduler at a later date. This is basically a calendar which will allow you to dictate what playlist goes out and when. When there's nothing scheduled, Radio.co will automatically play whatever is contained within the default playlist. What we recommend that you do is create a formatted style for your radio station. So first of all, I'm going to just go ahead and edit this. And I'm going to add in a couple of tags. First of all, I want to say here, some music, can be any song, and then I want to hear another track, and then I want to hear a jingle. Alright, and that is basically it for a very basic tag-based playlist. What this means is it will repeat this format over and over again. It doesn't matter, it's just 3 things long, because it will just loop, okay? So currently my default playlist, it will play a song that's tagged by music. It will play another song that's tagged by music. It will then play a jingle, and then it will repeat that format. So I'll hear, for every 2 songs, I'll then hear 1 jingle, okay? You might want to do something a bit more fancy. If you've got music categorized, say you have an A playlist, a B playlist, a C playlist, you might say you want to have 2 A songs, you know, a 1 B song and then a C song, and then you might want something like rock, or, you know, you might want to do it by genre. It's completely up to you how you use this system, but I just wanted to give you an example of how you would build a tag-based playlist. Tags are very powerful. We use them all the time. For the stations that we work with, we run ourselves, like MCR Live right here at Radio.co, and also our private clients who we consult with. Tags are the way forward in terms of building playlists, in my opinion. Okay, so this is really, really straightforward. You can search for tags if you've got a lot of them. So if I wanted to just find top 40, I could just type in top and it would come up, etc., etc. All right, so this is the default playlist. What I'm going to do now is head back onto our playlist and click Save Changes. Very important that you save when you're editing. And now I want to say add another playlist. Let's call this one Evening. And again, I can choose, just like with tags, playlists have colors. This is really just for your own internal reference, just so you can kind of visually identify them. No one else was going to see this apart from you when you're working with playlists in the Radio.co control panel. Right, now for the evening playlist, as you can see, it's currently empty. If I want to search for an individual track, I can type that in. As you can see, it's pretty quick and instant search. When I want to drag and drop a track onto my playlist, let's say I'm building a track-based playlist instead of tags, I can either just click the plus button, or I can actually click and drag it across. It's completely up to you what you do. Likewise, if I want to remove something here, I press the X and it will go. Okay, so let's just quickly fire off a bunch of different random tracks. Let's say, you know, the evening playlist, I want to create something that's 1 hour long, and I'm going to build it just manually using different tracks that I want to hear that night. You will see it's got a duration at the top. Obviously, when you're adding tags, it doesn't update this duration because the tag can be multiple different songs, but this is really designed for when you're actually creating a playlist of a certain length. And what I will quickly do is just adding and nazzing, you know, media files, or I could drag and drop them, as I mentioned earlier, until we hit the 1 hour point, or just over 1 hour. You don't want to be under an hour, so you know, there we go, nearly there. So okay, we're at an hour now, so this playlist is an hour long. That means I can schedule it for 1 hour. If I schedule it for 2 hours, it will simply start repeating. Okay, alright, just to go through some of these options here you'll see at the top. I'll start from the left. This here is Voice Tracker, which allows you to record quick little segments. Let's say you want to introduce or outro different tracks and slot them in between the songs you've got in your playlist. You can click that there, and I'll go through that in a later video when we're specifically talking about the voice track tool. Next up we have Edit, which just allows you to edit basic details, including the name of your playlist, the reference color, which as I mentioned earlier is just what you see. Playlist metadata, this is what will show up whilst someone is broadcasting live. So let's say you schedule a playlist and you invite someone called John to DJ. You might want to add in John live on your station, or whatever it is his show's called. Again, you can upload album art which will show whilst the live DJ is connected. So it's worth noting that this is useful. I'll cover this off in the later tutorial also whilst we're talking about live broadcasting. You can delete multiple tracks once you've added them in your playlist. If you select them and you hit the X there, you can remove tracks. Now resume, this feature will allow you to resume the playlist. Basically, let's say you have a 2-hour long playlist, all right, and you schedule it for 1 hour. It will start at the beginning and it will play the first half of the playlist effectively, and at that hour point something else will come on. Next time that playlist is scheduled, instead of starting again from the beginning, it will start from where you left off, or where it last got to on the position of the playlist. Not all the time you'll need this feature, but it does have its use cases, so I generally recommend leaving that off. Another little handy tip, let's say you want to search for songs that just have a specific tag. You can type tag and colon, and then you will get a list of the tags that you've got. So if I want to find everything tagged with my top 40, for example, I can search for that, and anything which is tagged with that tag will come up, which is a really good way of just searching for specific types of music. Works with any tag you've got. Alright, that covers off playlists. Very straightforward and easy to create playlists. Remember to click on the save button at the top once you've finished. And, again, we've got duplicate up there if you need to copy a playlist at any point as well. In the next video, we're going to cover off the scheduler, which is when stuff starts getting very exciting. So I'll see you next time.